Yes, we're live. Hey everyone, happy Fri-YAY. Yes, it's Fri-YAY. Although I always feel a little bad saying that because often people work on the weekends too. So, well, you know what? Whenever it is your Fri-YAY, I hope you can celebrate. So it is mine today, and thank you for joining. I'm gonna get some drawing in. So, sorry, I just ran up the stairs, so I'm a little out of breath. Had a delivery at the door. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my screen. Let's get this sharing. Screen share. Okay. Man, it's been a while since I've done this. Okay, yeah, let's check it out. So, welcome. If it's your first time and you're watching this retrospectively, I'm glad you found me. My name is Jessica, and I'm an illustrator, and I'm working on a graphic novel called Interstella. And so what you see right here is a work in progress of the cover of my mini comic, which is sort of a prelude to that graphic novel. So this is this is the cover to it's a little 32-page mini comic. It introduces my main character, Stella. She's a space angel, as you can see. And yeah, so this is my second to last step. I've been working on this thing for a while. It's been a pretty steep learning curve. Had some holdups over the last few months now, my goodness. But finally getting ready to wrap this thing up. I just have the cover. I have my fonts to do. And I'm also working on my website. I'm revamping my website from the ground up, updating a bunch of things, making it look polished and pretty. So that's where I've been. So I've been off, not on the stream side of the world for a while, just trying to take care of some things and using a lot of mental bandwidth that I really have to focus on. But every now and then I miss you guys and miss streaming, miss that touch point of people, and figure that, you know what? Come hang out. Let's draw. I invited some other people, so we'll see if they show up. But in the meantime, I'm hoping to get some work done. So my next goal really on this page here is have most of my colors in, pretty much all my colors. You can see things are kind of sloppy here because what this is, it's a shading mock-up. So back in the background, you can see that Earth and this little moon, pretty much done. So that's kind of what we're going to be seeing in the finished stages. But this just helps me understand the rough direction that I want this to go in. And just so you can get an idea of what this cover is going to look like, here, let's see if I can pull that up too. This is approximately what it's going to look like. So it's going to look really cool. It's a little rough around the edges right now, but I am really excited of where this is going. So it's almost there. It's so close. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to jump right into it. Tobias is here. Happy Fri-YAY. Glad you can make it. Glad I'm not just talking to space. I mean, that's fine too. I never know who's in the background. So, well, welcome. So I'm going to be working on, and Mia is here too. Long time no watch. Thank you so much. Yeah, really, right? I did a stream about a month ago, but it's been pretty busy, even focusing on my website, so haven't had a chance to do much more than that. So yeah, so today we have pretty much I just gotta get this shading done. So get a little water. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but this is what I'm really excited about. So I have my title. This is sort of the rough title. I'm gonna go in here. I got to fix some things, but I don't know. I feel like, it actually kind of looks like a cover for a book. This is so great. So, all right. So I'm actually going to put on a little bit of background music. So let me know in comments, guys, if this is too loud. I'm sort of experimenting with how loud I can put this music on and where it's not too distracting. So let me go ahead. Let me press play. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's right. Oh, I just forgot. Hold on. I gotta change this thing up. Yeah, give me 1 second, people. 1 second. This is a weird thing about oh, skip that. Okay. Yeah, this is one weird thing about StreamYard is that I can only stream with music if I share my screen, not just the application. So it's a little annoying. Okay, let me reshare this. Okay, stop screen, share screen. All right. Okay. Let me try this again. Let me know if you can hear it, if you can hear music, and if it's the too loud, not loud enough. So, yeah, let me know how I can just. I'm trying to find that sweet spot. We'll give that a shot. That's maybe a little less. Whoops, that was not. Wow, I'm still figuring this thing out. Okay. Okay. Enough talk, time to get work done. I think we're going to go ahead and start with Stella. Get some shades in. And I will say, guys, if anyone wants to join me, feel free. Like, I may have sent out some links, but if you don't have a link, let me know and I can get you one. So, shades. Palette. It's been so long since I've been working on a Stella piece that I'm trying to remember how to do this. Ooh, that was a mistake. Try that again. I hope you guys have been well. Kind of seeing a little bit of your. What? I'm actually reading the comments. Wait, Mia. Is this some like your extra family member you're talking about? Because if so, congratulations. Can I say that? I don't want to assume anything, but it sounds awesome. What? Oops, let me get that going. I am out of practice here. Apparently. Well, that is so cool, guys. It's great to see you guys again. I have missed this. Hello, welcome, Ghost Cat. How's your Fri-YAY? It's my new way of saying Friday. Silly way. Okay. Okay, getting some shading in. Oh man, like I'm sort of relearning how I did everything. That's what happens when you get away from it for a while. And that is way too dark. So we're going to go, I think these two. Dark for now, but it will look better. Okay. Start with that. Hello. Yeah, thank you. This is digital line art. I decided to go digital this time. But I am seriously thinking about doing a hybrid method for the graphic novel of doing part of it traditional inks and part of it digital. But for something like the cover, it just seemed to make sense to do digital this time. And they both have their pros and cons. Okay. Okay, that seems about right. We'll start with that. Start with that and see where it goes. I've so grown to love using the lasso tool. It's been a pretty big game changer. It's not normally a tool or a mechanic you learn by doing traditional art only. So I think I was pretty reticent to use it in the beginning, but I also use brush as well. But there's just something that really helps you see the shades so much better and make more decisive selections. Oh, hello. Come on, I can get this. Let's try that. Yeah. The only thing is I wish Clip Studio had the ability to have a stabilizer on it, like you do your brushes, which is awesome. And I don't think Photoshop has that at all. I haven't seen it, but sometimes I feel like it's hard to get a very precise selection with just it alone. And that's why sometimes I'll put paper down on my Wacom tablet and kind of just helps slow it down a bit. Okay. Okay, this will definitely need some tweaks, but that's good for now. Deselect everything. Another good thing, if you have flats, you can very easily manage your selections. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, gradients will help with that too. Oh yeah, Lazy Nizumi. I don't know if it works with Clip Studio. I think it's a Photoshop only plugin. I could be wrong. I mean, you use Clip Studio, so you've probably used the stabilizer. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Oftentimes, I'll find uses for things even if I wasn't looking for it. And you find something like, oh, well, that's incredibly helpful. I can use it for this. Oof. Yeah, look at that. So shaky. But know what? No one's gonna care or see that, so I shouldn't either. Ah. Ooh. Lazy mostly for warp perspective. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. I haven't done a whole lot of. I haven't had the need to do a lot of perspective tricks yet, but when you find tools that are helpful for perspective, that's cuts down the work time a lot. And I do love Clip Studio's special rulers. And the only other thing I wish they had is just an increased, a better special ruler for, like, for instance, making the rings on Saturn like this. I had a hand draw these in because you can't use a special concentric ring ruler in perspective, as far as I know. So I gotta look into that. I feel like I've tried looking it up and I just haven't found anything. So maybe I haven't explored the program fully yet. It just would really be nice to not have to draw every little detail hand drawn. Huh. Yeah, Ghost Cat, you say there's so many perspective rulers. And maybe I probably only seen a quick demo of it, and I think I probably didn't see the whole thing. I may have just, no pun intended, but just ruled it out. Really didn't mean that. But just, I think I just saw one feature. I'm like, oh, well, I could do that on Clip Studio. But I might have to look into it again. Because doing this research really helps me discover new tools. Okay. We'll definitely figure that part out. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm really overthinking my cell shading. I have to tell myself, like, no, you don't need a ton. Oh, wait a minute. I have. Okay, where are you? Let's fix that. There we go. Okay. Man, I feel like my lighting is so totally off, but oh well. Oh, this might have to be something that sits overnight, marinates a little bit. Right there. Right there. Okay. Yeah, probably will have to do that. Let's take a look at this. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to go back and read what you guys are saying. Sounds very fascinating. It's not right. No. Okay, I'll come back. I shall return. Oops. Oh, who do I see here? What's up?
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. Is this working? Are you seeing my screen?
I am seeing your screen.
All right, cool.
Oh. I don't know what happened to the music. Wow. Yeah, I'm experimenting playing music, so I don't know if it's coming through like blaring or.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not. Would it just be on the YouTube? Because
say again?
Would it just be like displaying through the YouTube live stream?
Oh, the music?
Yeah, because I'm only on the StreamYard.
I'm not sure actually. Let's see. Do you guys in the chat? Do you hear any music coming through? So we'll see. Maybe I'll just kill it in a little bit, but it's kind of a weird finicky device. The slider for the audio is super sensitive. So anyways, so well, welcome. I'm glad you can make it.
Thank you.
I want to see what you're working on. Do you mind if I share your screen? Oh, maybe not. The music kicked him off. Come back, Fitz. Oh. Well, I'll wait. I'll see if he rejoins. You hear through your speakers. So are you guys able to hear it? Do you hear anything? Maybe music is not meant for the stream. We'll see. Oh, here. Okay, try this again. All right, we'll try this again.
That was a mistake.
It happens. I was about to ask if I could share your screen, and then you left, so I took it. No, maybe not. You mind if I share your screen?
No, you can't. Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Let's see. Actually, I'm trying to remember how I do this. Oh man. Hold on. Remove. No, I don't want to do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let me try this. Okay, that's a solo layout. Oh no, I know what's going on. Okay, so that's your what you're doing is you don't have a camera on. So that's why I couldn't show you. Don't actually have a screen share separately.
Oh, are you able to just screen share?
Yes.
Let me look.
Yep. So it should be at the bottom where
All
it
right.
says.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So I can add that to the stream.
Got
so
it.
You have your camera or whatever you want to put representing you, and then your screen. So
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Pizza truck, pizza car.
Yeah. I'm just playing around. I just drew. Let's see where it is. I just finished this guy.
That's awesome. That is really cool.
Thanks.
I love it.
Now I'm gonna do pizza car.
What's this for?
For fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you doing a series?
Yeah, right now I'm just doing a series of cars. I spend a little bit of every day just doing some stuff for myself.
Good for you. Good for you.
And what are you working on?
I'll throw it back on my screen for a sec here. I am working on my cover for Interstellar. Zoom out a little bit.
Ah, cool.
Yes. Oh man, I'm so excited to finish this. So this is my mock-up shades, and I got my rough text. So it'll go something like that. So and actually, that's about right. So yep. I just basically have to shade everything, add details, fix the lettering, and then I have to go in and font the rest of the comic. So I have everything written out. It just needs to be added. So
that's super exciting.
It is. Thank you.
How long have you been working on this total then?
Oh man. I've been working on this mini comic. This is going to be so embarrassing. When was it? I want to say I started thumbnailing this in 2016, and I did the thumbnails, and I stopped for a year. I was working on other projects, and honestly, I didn't start inking or actually drawing anything until we moved here to Florida. So that was in 2018, like in or actually maybe 2019. It was somewhere in there. 2018.
Shut this off one more time for a minute.
Okay.
I had to go get different breakers. They were the wrong ones.
Oh, all right. Thanks for letting me know. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. All right. I'm going to be gone for about 10 minutes again.
No worries. I will just put it back on my screen and come join whenever you're ready.
Yep.
See ya. All right. That's the other weird thing about this music is if it's minimized, it's in a separate window. It just goes away. I don't know. I just wish I could play music from my music library without getting in trouble. So yeah, wow, in hindsight, I have been working on this for a while. But I also have been doing a lot of other things, so. And this has been a pretty big learning curve. So I've also considered it self-instruction, education. Mia, you've been writing it since 2016. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm it's almost like sometimes I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, like I can't spend this much time on it. Like otherwise I'm only gonna get one graphic novel or one comic out in my life. So but I realized that I have gotten a lot faster. I think right now I know I'm taking a lot of time and this is a cover, but I'm thinking more and more for the main comic of doing some traditional means because I think they actually might be faster for me. So yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing a lot of standalone illustration for a while. And I would do these smaller comics, but it's very different. And I realized that I can't spend the same amount of time on just a comic like I do on a standalone piece because it's a cumulative effect. But it's such a hard habit to break. And there's no right or wrong. So all I know is what I want to see because that's the reason I'm making this is I'm making it the comic that I want to read. But I also recognize that there's I don't want to say a price to pay because it sounds so bad, but like there's consequences for taking more time. So it's it's so hard finding that right balance, and I'm the only person that can say if I'm doing right or meh is myself. So I need that confidence. Funny about hair is like I don't know how this is going to turn out the sheeting until I hit that fill button. And I'll have a better idea. I think I'm gonna need to do some re-lassoing. Nice work, Tobias. Got the draft done. Oh, yeah, that must be a good feeling. And yeah, Ghost Cat, you are so right. Maybe that's a mark of maturity or maturing as an artist, is learning that balance and learning when to let go. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, definitely need some help on this side. You can totally tell I've been out of practice with certain things. That's better. Look at that. Banish the tangent. Let's try that. Oh, that's going to mess that up, but that's okay for now. Actually, I want my shadows somehow. I forget where my light's actually coming from. Hashtag lazy. I don't think this is going to be what I want, but we'll just try it. Let's just see. No. But I think I might have to put a mask on this. But I normally do anyway. It just needs some better shadow to ground it. God, I didn't start this off well. Oh. No, we're good. Since I'm working on one shading layer, I gotta be careful to not obliterate my other shades. No, I definitely like that better in shade. Man. It's almost there. We'll see what some gradients do as well. Might have to sit on this a little bit. That might be helpful if I do that. Maybe. That's a good instance where the brush is better than lasso. Okay. Flip. Flip flop. I might have to come back to this, but it's actually pretty good. I think it's getting there. I think, what if I did? I like that. Will it work again? I think so. Okay. Nay. That for now. Yeah, not that. Okay. Pretty good for now. I can always come back. And I gotta fix this. It says back. Add to stream. Did it work?
Hey.
It worked.
Awesome.
Welcome back.
I should be back now.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah, you're back. Me. And you got some lines laid down too.
Just a few, yeah. Just a few.
Are you in GIMP or what are you working in?
Clip Studio.
Really? It looks so different.
Maybe here.
Oh, is it a different layout?
I was just seeing. I have no idea where it is. I did it so long ago.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Dark. Now it's Clip Studio. But I have it on the light setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
my setup's different too. Nice. Oh man.
Yeah.
So you're back stateside. Where are you?
I am. I live in Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool. Where do you live closest to?
I live closer to Pennsylvania, to Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah. That's so cool. We're moving up to New Jersey next year.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is. So we have about 6 months left here. And it's off to our next adventure.
That is very exciting.
Yeah, I'm
Are you moving for work or family or?
work. My husband's in the Air Force,
Oh, okay.
so we go where they tell us to go. We've been in a lot of neat places. We're originally from Washington State, and that's been we love it there, and that's always home.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a huge move though.
I mean,
Just like geographically.
yeah. We've moved to Japan as well in the past, so I would say that was even a bigger move.
Oh wow, did you learn any Japanese?
Skoshi desu, just a very little.
It's such a hard. It's such a difficult language.
It is. It's really, it's really unique. The fact that you have to learn all the characters. I don't know why I just did that. I'm gonna leave that for now. You have to learn all the different Japanese characters. They have like 3 alphabets, and I've only learned 2, the phonetic alphabets.
The hiragana and katakana.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Yeah, the Chinese character one, the kanji. Good luck.
If we were to live there longer, probably, but yeah, you need to know at least like 2,000 characters to be at like an adult reading level.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I did take a little bit so I did study them a little bit, and you have to know it's like a specific order that you draw the characters in. So it's like you have to start at this side and go here, and like these strokes, like otherwise it won't look correct. So it was so finicky.
Yeah, cool. So it's not even that you just need to recognize them. It's if you want to write them, you've also got to hit that correct like pattern.
Yeah. It's I would demonstrate it if I honestly remembered, but I don't even know if I know any of them. I think
I know some. I'll show you.
Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Hello. You want me to share your screen?
You can if you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll teach a couple. I'll teach some kanji for chat.
All right, guys, this is free. You're getting a Japanese lesson too. So.
All right, you have 1, and then you have 2.
Yes.
You have 3.
See, you remember more than I do.
Yeah. So that was for free.
We'll charge you next time.
Yeah, if you want more lessons, subscribe to my Patreon.
The next lesson, you learn 4. Ooh. You have like a whole like instructional book and
yeah. All the numbers.
Count to 10. Nah, it was fun. But I mean, like, so the crazy thing is when we lived about 40 minutes outside of Tokyo, which was just a riot. I would go back and live there again. But everyone wanted to, like, all the Japanese people wanted to practice their English. So you didn't really have to speak a ton of Japanese to do much.
So are you like the superstar?
How so?
Well, like you're just if you speak English there, everyone's wanting to practice off you. Yeah,
pretty much. You usually try to speak in Japanese, and they'll just try to like start speaking English to you. You're like, oh yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Or you just click or you just point on the menu or things.
Yeah.
What you want.
Why do you think English is so popular? Is it because of media, internet?
I think it's the way that we find their culture fascinating is the way they find our culture fascinating. It's just so we're such different cultures that I think we're very interested in just the whole Western world. And I mean, it's easy to take for granted, but there's some really neat things. And so, I mean, that's what I would surmise.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty amazing. It wasn't until I came back to the States I really realized what a melting pot the United States truly is. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I feel that way as well after coming back from Singapore.
Yeah. How was it like living there?
Well, Singapore is fairly diverse in a way. It's got a big Chinese population, big Indian population,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of sub like not subcultures, but like smaller sections of like you have like hubs of Japanese, Korean. Like it's basically this financial port in Southeast Asia. So you have a whole bunch of different Asian cultures and ethnicities all in this area, and you also have a large like what they call Ongmo, like white population, and they're usually people from Australia and sometimes the UK. And so you'd see like I'd say semi-diverse because there's also a lot of people that aren't really there at all. But it's mostly Asian, and so when you come back to the States and you start seeing like Hispanic people, Black people, everything, it's really cool.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, actually.
But Japan is far more homogenous. Like like 80%, 90% of everyone you see is just Japanese.
Yeah. Well, and that was so interesting to me because I never realized what it was like to be stared at, and we didn't even like get like not like people like staring at us wherever we go, but like we had friends who were blonde or have blonde children, and like, oh man, like all the Japanese are just like, they send on these children and like, oh, it's so cute, and like pick them right up out of the stroller.
Yeah.
So it's just because that you're right, it's
so that did that solidify your desire to become famous? Is that why you're a comic book artist?
Famous? I don't know about that.
You want to walk down the street and have everybody know you, don't you?
Nah, I'll leave fame for someone else. They can have it.
Yeah, you might have chosen the wrong profession.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I think I'm quite safe. I don't. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so hard to even get my work out there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, I thought like, well, what if you could become famous, would you? And I'd be like, I don't know. I just want to have a conversation with people. I just want to have fun. Draw, create stories that I want to read and see and want to share with others.
That's
oh my
good.
Goodness. I am getting way too detailed. So how many of these cards have you done?
This will be the 5th one that I've done.
That's so fun. I love all the technical.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that kind of stuff. So I thought this was a fun project to do that on.
Mm-hmm. Did you? I haven't checked. Did you do Inktober?
I did not. No, we've been really busy with moving and settling house stuff that I've been kind of. I've just now started being able to get back into work.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, you're about to experience it.
Exactly. I got actually, now that January is just about upon us, I got to really figure out what my goals are before we move, because it's like, forget it. You're so busy doing that.
You did Inktober though. What was your experience from that?
So I've done Inktober a couple times in the past. Nothing homogenous. It's all just been sort of whatever I felt like. So this year I decided to do a Star Wars theme because I love Star Wars and I was really digging it. And it also I wanted to have something more consistent for my portfolio, my art, my gallery.
Yeah.
it just kind of helped limit decisions of trying to figure out what to do. So yeah, it was overall really good. It did stop my production on my graphic novel or my story here for a while, and I knew that going into it, but it was really good for me to just take a break, create some other art, and to get practice using that specific pen. It was like a brush pen.
Oh, okay.
So I really want to get some practice in that to see if it's what I want to do for my graphic novel. Because in many ways, I go a lot faster when I'm using that. So
Do you so you ended up enjoying that process?
I did. I miss having that tactile feel. I've been doing a lot of digital art, and so it was just really nice to, just work with inks again. I feel like it went a lot faster. How do I say this? I have a better feel. My brain hand connection has always started out with traditional art, so I have a much better, more natural feel for it, and so I can control my strokes a lot better in many ways. So, and you can't, so I think that was a factor which helped it to go faster. I can't zoom into like 200% to, noodle with unimportant details. So I really it kept me doing just the important and necessary things.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So do
you think that doing so you get that experience with a traditional brush and you realize, oh, I'm so much faster when I don't undo and when I can't erase, and do you think that then ends up translating into when you do digital art, you're now thinking more about how often you undo or erase? Or
yeah, I think so, but I haven't had enough time to really test it since I just come out of Inktober not too long ago. But I still haven't felt like a whole lot. I mean, just working on what I'm working on now, I feel like not a whole lot has changed. It's also covers, so I recognize I do actually want to make this look better than most pieces. But then again, I feel like most pieces in my story are almost cover worthy because they have that.
I see.
So, so I realize though, so certain things work better digitally and certain things work better traditionally. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to do both and kind of go where the wind blows me. And, if I feel that for smaller characters on the page, I might do get as much done as I can traditionally. And then if I'm doing a face or something larger, I'll probably do that digitally. So, because I'm used to drawing. That's the other trick, is I'm only used to drawing at a certain size with my pens, that I'm in my comfortable range. But anything bigger, if I have a face covering a page, it's then a different muscle mechanic.
Yeah.
So it changes. So maybe it's, maybe that's when I do digital. So.
Do you like the look of digital more, or mostly the process?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you enjoy the look of digital art a lot, or the process, or I guess both?
I mean, I love the look of digital lines. They look so super clean and pretty, and they are easy to manipulate. I dislike, how do I say it? There's still a separation for me. So I'm also working on a Wacom tablet. I'm not working on a Cintiq. But even with it's too fast. So I can't I don't have the friction like I would with a pen on paper. So ultimately, I love digital lines. I love how it looks, but it's using a different kind of mechanic that is similar to paper, but it's different enough that I find myself sometimes struggling and redoing certain parts to get it
Yeah.
the way I want it to.
Have you ever tried a Cintiq or like a screen tablet?
Yeah, I've tried it. Our library back in Virginia actually had, you can use the Cintiq, and so I got to try it a little bit. Not as much. I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I didn't get to try it as much as I like. At the time, I felt like it didn't make that much of a difference for me. Like there was still some kind of separation. Like I still, because you're drawing a hard plastic nib on a hard surface, it still moves a lot faster. So it still wasn't that mechanic.
Like that slippery feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So I was then just still struggling with that issue. So it was nice to finally have the connection of what you were like, the point of your stylus to the screen, but even that was still off enough. So I don't know, like maybe I would like to try it again, but.
How long ago was that? Do you remember?
I was in like 2018, the end of 17 maybe.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like, it wasn't years ago where the technology was significantly different.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And I think they were new tablets, Cintiqs at the time. Pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm using a Huion canvas. So
is that also like a Cintiq?
It is. There's a lot of these more budget-friendly companies that make these screen tablets that I think compete pretty well with Wacom.
Yeah. The other okay, so here's the other reason that I've not ready to jump over to Cintiq is I am actually, for health reasons, just staring at a screen, being up close. I'm just trying to take more deliberate action to protect my eyes and also my back. So I'm still able to sit and look straight out at my monitor, and I like that separation, and I like the posture it does for me. So
it's a good point.
Yeah, it works for now. So maybe in the future it'd be nice to have and the option, and maybe do like another hybrid or combination, but we'll see. Ghost cat, wake him is too slippery.
It is, and I think that they're really expensive new tablets have like this etched glass where apparently it's less, but those things are like what, $3,000-$4,000?
Oh yeah, right.
Like
it's a little much for just an experiment, right?
Versus paper, I suppose.
Yeah. Versus a piece of paper.
I have friends that like take their drawing tablet and put a piece of paper on top of it and then tape it to like the edges so they have that texture with the pen.
That's actually exactly what I do.
Oh, well, now I know even more.
Not all the time. So I'm actually not using it right now, but for drawing, I'll do that. I'll take my sketchbook paper because that's the paper I know and I'm familiar with. It feels like home.
Very interesting.
That's fun. I'm glad that other people do that too.
Yes, you're either not crazy or there's a lot of crazy people and you fit in.
I was going to say that, or I was going to like, man, I can't like claim it as my own now. Grab all the royalties off of this idea.
Yeah, you just charge everyone that uses paper.
Hey, you can't do that. Pay me. I gotta make a living somehow. I'm not making it right now. All right. Okay.
What am I doing?
Power of my shades, eventually. So when you moved to Singapore, it was for work, yes?
It was for school.
It was for school.
And my wife got a job there, so we stayed longer after school. Okay. And then I got a job there because we were always planning to come back from Singapore when I got work back in the States, but then I ended up just getting work there. So eventually we decided to come back when this whole pandemic hit, and we're like, we have 2 kids now, and we're just so far from family, realizing kind of, hey, this is pretty important that we're able to see people faster than a 30-hour flight.
Gosh, I mean, yeah, Japan was only 9 hours from where we could go see family, but Singapore is a long haul.
Yeah, it's too far.
Was it fun while you lived there, though?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really nice place to live. I don't know how fun it would be to visit necessarily. It's pretty small, but it's really nice to live in because you get all the benefits of a city, but it's really clean and it's really safe.
Mm.
So you get all these restaurants and stores and like entertainment stuff all within, just a couple subway stops, basically.
Yeah. That is a really nice feature. We kind of had a similar experience in Japan, and like you said, very clean and safe. And oh man, like their transportation system, pretty much anywhere in that, Singapore, I'm sure also has similar benefits with that. Let's see. So do you have a studio you work from, or do you work from home?
I'm working from home, and my wife is as well. We're now working together. It's fun.
Yeah. It's nice you guys can both have the ability to do that.
Yeah. We're in the our desks are set up in the kitchen though right now because we're getting some work done on our basement.
Ah, got it.
So that's why I had to leave earlier. They were just turning off the power. So
yeah, that won't work very well for trying to live stream with no power.
no. Yeah, it's the only day they've had to do it too. And the only 10-minute window that they've had to do it is when I join a call.
Come on.
Of course.
Funny. That's one of the nice things about moving so often is I get to sort of feel out or both of us, we get to feel out like what we like about different places or like what we're so on. So eventually when we do move back closer to home, we'll have a running list of like, this is what we want. This is what we don't want. This is what I want in my art studio.
Have you found anything that's do you prefer closer to city stuff or closer to rural areas, or?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up in the suburbs, and it admittedly was nice to kind of be close to the best of both worlds. So I like being close enough to civilization, but I really would like my space as well. So I kind of figure it's like, you know what, that's a future Jessica problem. I won't worry about that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of in the meantime, it's like, well, we'll just find what we can find. Oh, that got cut off. What happened? Oh, that's right. I moved it. Whoops. Fix that. Hop back on you for a little bit. Wow, everyone thinks that the Wacom is slippery. Good tooth. Nice. Yeah. Ghost Cat was talking about a tablet that is discontinued. And that's always my fear is something, they're not going to carry it anymore. Oh, where is this?
Oh, you'll stop getting support for it?
Well, so my tablet, it didn't die, but my power cord was about ready to, conk out. And my initial thought was, oh man, I need to get a new tablet. And of course, they didn't have the same tablet that I had. So
I see.
I don't have the time to do the research to go find the one I want.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized I just needed a power cord. So It was a collective sigh of relief.
Yeah, for real.
Like I have so much to do. I don't want to relearn new things if I can help it right now.
What how old is your tablet?
Oof. Well, this is the Intuos Pro. Used to be the Bamboo. I think I got it. Maybe 2014. I mean, that's old for technology now.
Yeah, but those things last forever.
Yeah, I mean,
I have an
knock on wood,
Intuos,
right?
an Intuos for medium from like 2010,
Nice.
and it still works. But it got a little scratch on like a part where I draw, so it's kind of annoying.
Oh,
But other than that, and that was like my fault too, because is the one time I transported it without putting it in like a laptop sleeve, and it got a scratch. So frustrating.
the one time.
But yeah, they last forever. Those like the bricks, the tablets.
Yeah, this is true. I actually have my Wacom tablet, the original, like 1995.
No way.
I'll bring it out sometime to show it, but it's like, oh, all of its beige glory, chunky
That's
little thing.
crazy.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was like the first one or like one of the very first.
You had to be really into art to get those.
My parents were very nice.
Yeah. No, I mean just like even just to be aware that like that was a possibility.
Yeah.
Back then.
I think I remember seeing it like at CompUSA. I think that's where I remember seeing it, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man. Yeah, that was, and it like using a program called Dabbler. I think, yeah. Well, I guess Adobe was out, but I didn't know about it until later. Uh-oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong. Check all the opacity settings. Okay. Odd. I have way too many layers. That was a bad choice. Let's not do that. Come on. Yeah. Heading out. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, please do.
Thanks, Tobias. Goodbye, Mia.
Bye. Yeah, feel free to join. Join or watch. Let's do that too. Mad Max and other things, but with pizza. It's the Mad Max for kids.
Come on, kids. Murder's fun.
I was recently looking up that car that had like the guitarist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the crazy guy.
What a cool movie.
That was fun. And it's been so long since I've seen it. Oh my goodness. Which layer is it? Okay, we can rename that and back. Okay. Oh, that is why. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, I figured it out. Solved Clip Studio mystery. Of course, it's tied to opacity, as it almost always is. Oh, that's better. Okay. Try that color. Yeah. Ooh, it's been on your screen. You're doing something actually exciting. Oh, hold on. There we go. Doing a paint job.
Yep. Do some colors.
A fun way of doing it. Really has that spray paint feel.
Yeah, we'll see. Once you can establish some kind of base that works, you can start playing with it.
Mm-hmm. My goodness. Okay. Ah, doing it again. I need to quickly step out. Do you mind chilling here for a second?
I don't mind.
Okay. I'll be right back. I need to go turn my oven on because I need to preheat it. I'll be right back.
Nice.
Let's grab that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my show. Yeah, I have to work on conversing a bit better when I'm in these streams. So I don't join them all often, because when I start working, I start getting like laser focused on the thing I'm doing, and I oftentimes just like completely miss sentences people talk to me about and stuff. Sorry, a while ago, Tobias, I think I asked about the comic you just completed the draft of, right? I can try to scroll up to see if you ever answered. You described the the description sounded pretty interesting. It's like existentialism comic or something. It's cool. But Ghost Cat, if you talked too much, I could talk less. It would be the perfect combination. Let's clip this layer to the one below it and pull up an airbrush and add some light coming in. But let's not have the light show up where the shadow is. So we're just going to select the shadow layer and invert that selection so that I can't paint in that area. And I'm just going to do an airbrush here on top to give it some light. And I could even put it into like a vivid light or a linear light mode. But right now I'm not satisfied with what's happening yet. I have to keep experimenting, try to find what exactly I want to get done here. Because the problem is, if it's colorful, it's too desaturated. But if I was going for like a gray skullish theme, it's too colorful. So let's do another shadow layer. Do the same thing. Except this one, I'm not gonna do any masking. I'm just gonna allow it to spill over into the light if I want it to. And kind of get a gradient working. Let's see here.
All right.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for holding down the fort.
I almost took it over.
You almost what? Took it over? What?
It was close,
Oh, man.
but I couldn't stop focusing on my drawing, so I ended up not carrying through with it.
Short attention span for world domination.
Unfortunately, I can't even achieve stream domination.
Keep practicing. Pepper.
Yeah, what do they say? We're a product of our habits.
Yeah. Right.
I can do it.
There's a meme I remember back in the day. It's called "Procrastinators Unite." ... Tomorrow.
Yeah, and dyslexics untie.
Love it. So do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Oh, come on, Photoshop.
Well, I will probably go hunting tomorrow.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I guess so.
Is that what you normally have? You done that, or is it new to it?
No, I've done it quite a few times, and I'm often unsuccessful, but I sometimes am successful, and that's what's exciting.
That is exciting. Deer, I assume.
Yeah, deer hunting. I do bow hunting with my dad.
Oh,
We usually go together.
that's so cool. I've done just amateur archery for fun, only with a recurve, so that's not legit. But I've always thought it'd be very fascinating to go bow hunting.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Challenge.
It's fun just being out, I guess, in nature and watching animals and stuff. But it's also that the challenge is pretty fun because you have to be a lot more accurate.
Yeah. Not to mention that if you're using compound bow, it still requires strength as well.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah, it'll go back down. Like you'll have like 75 pounds of maybe like draw weight, and then it'll go back down to like 55 or 40, so you can hold it there for a bit.
Okay. That seems good. I mean, I only have a wimpy little 30-pound draw recurve bow, so it's not meant for anything except shooting at a target.
It's probably still fun though.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
I haven't shot it for a while though because it's so it's just so darn hot here that you don't really want to be outside that much. But I think it's actually one of the reasons I am excited to move up to New Jersey because we get our seasons.
Yeah, for real. That was probably the thing I was most excited for when I came back to America, because I don't know if anyone knows, but Singapore is on the equator essentially, so it's just summer every day, all year round, muggy, 90 degrees, disgusting.
You understand.
Yeah, it's awful. And so and you don't get any of your if you don't get any seasons, just
kind of all the same. Like maybe rainy season a little bit. But
it kills you.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, some people love that. I mean, all power to them. Like, I must be crazy, but growing up in Seattle, like Seattle area, I like the rain. I like.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's great. It's something to look forward to. I think.
What is your favorite type of weather?
Okay, well, to be fair, my favorite type of weather is like a
70 and sunny.
It's mid-70s, upper 70s, sunny, but no humidity. And that's what we get. That's what we used to get in, Washington, like the west side of Washington in summer. It's just amazing. People think it rains all the time, and it really doesn't. I mean, you get a lot in the winter. You get a lot in the shoulder seasons. It's pretty overcast and gloomy if you're not used to it. But we got beautiful summers up there. I didn't even know what humidity was until we moved to the East Coast for the first time, and we were in South Carolina, and it was still like 80 degrees and humid at night. And my husband and I were looking at each other like,
what is this?
The world's upside down.
Oh yeah, I grew up in North Carolina, so I'm very aware. My goodness.
It's so we never had that. I always thought that, you grow up in one place and you kind of think the world is like that everywhere else.
But
I always thought it's so not. I thought there was mountains everywhere, like the tall mountains with the snow on them, like I was just like, that's everywhere. Like that's what the Appalachian Mountains are going to be. And then we got the Appalachian Mountains and we're like, they're hills. They're foothills.
Yeah, they're not the same.
I mean, they're beautiful, but if you can put a road at the top of it, like it's not a mountain anymore. Sorry, I guess I was West Coast snobbery.
You could put a road on top.
Actually, so it was funny because when we lived in Virginia, we lived there for a while. That was our last assignment. We had we went for a backpacking trip with some friends, and backpacking trip, like you go climb the mountain. And at this point we knew like the Appalachian Mountains were different, and that's fine. But for the hike we chose, and we didn't realize it, we actually hiked down. Like you start at the top, so drive all the way to the top, you hike all the way down, and then you hike all the way back up. And we camped at the bottom, where like it was very muggy and hot again. We were looking forward to getting away from that, and we're like, what? This is not the best choice of hikes.
Man, that's crazy. When my wife and I went to Utah to do some hiking, one of the roads was closed to the campsite. And so you were supposed to do the same thing. You're supposed to drive up there, camp the night, and then do the hike down. So we're like, what's the big deal? We'll just hike up to the campsite today. Tomorrow we'll hike back down. And the problem is that in Utah, in a lot of these places, to get up to the mountain or whatnot, like there's just switchbacks of just stairs that go up and up and up and up and up, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's not like beautiful. It's not a great trail. It's just work. And so we had like a 7-hour hike, and like half of it was just going upstairs.
Yeah.
It was the worst. So we got to the top. We ate, like, I think we packed like cans of tuna or something. It was the most delicious tuna I'd ever had in my entire life. I remember it. Yeah, it was wonderful. And then we went to bed, felt great, woke up, felt horrible. But it was much easier coming back. The craziest thing that happened though was that on the way back, when we're going down the switchbacks or whatnot, we keep thinking, all right, there's only like a couple of these, and then we're back. Like this was the beginning of the hike, and I remember there was just a few of them, and then we were done. But they just kept coming and coming and coming, and both of us realized, wow, did our brains literally block out the memory of doing this hike? So anyway, it was fun.
Yeah. Hey, so I've not been to Utah. We've been to Colorado, but those mountains in that area, they're no joke.
No, they're big.
They're way bigger than even Washington mountains, or at least taller.
Yeah, but they're so cool.
They are. They are just beautiful, beautiful things. Look at you. Man, you're so fast at coloring. I love it. I need to be like that.
I'm cheating.
Hey, use whatever works. Not cheating if it gets the job done.
I suppose.
Except for ripping off someone else's art, and don't do that. But
oh man, I'm glad you said that. That was next.
I was gonna just copy someone's art.
Yeah. Whatever. What's the big deal?
I remember for the longest time I was like very careful about using reference and like, oh, it's cheating or whatever. And then like after I went to this class or schooling with all these other professional artists, and they're like, no. Like, you use your tools that you have. Like you'll
it's like the most helpful thing to use reference.
Exactly.
It's necessary.
It is. It's a tool. I think Ghost Cat, I'm catching up on the chat a little bit. Let's see. Man, you guys are super chatty today. It's so great in the chat. Ghost Cat. Yeah, no worries. Feel free to join another time. And that's for anyone else. If anyone else wants to join and work with us, please let me know. And I will include you and invite you, put you on the little invite list. So Tobias, if that's something that interests you, let me know. I don't know how you contact me. I guess you could send me your email. Give you a little bit of break. Hop back. Ooh. So Fitz, I've seen you working a lot on your. We talked a little bit about this on the Patreon chat the other day, but you are working on your comic. But tell me a little bit more about it.
I am working on a comic. I'm working on a comic called Ollie Max and the Order of the Thing.
Ooh. Already intrigued.
Right.
Have you thumbnailed it?
I have not. Thumbnails are next. I have written a script for it, and I've been doing a bunch of concepts to get my characters down. So something that I find really difficult is like being consistent with character design. So I've been doing these like character turnarounds in order to, I guess, be consistent with it.
Yeah.
But it's like a cyberpunk adventure story. It's this seemingly simple case of a lost pet leads a risk-averse detective into the criminal underworld, chasing his father's murderer.
Ooh. She sounds really cool. And you said, I think it was 90. How many pages were you looking at? Was it 90 something?
It's a 92-page screenplay format. Yeah.
I got it. But you scripted it as well.
Yes, that's the screenplay.
Okay. Wow. You sound so organized and have it all laid out.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Have you done other comics before? I can't remember.
I have done one comic before. It was 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And it's okay. It's not a bad comic, I don't think, but I think I've gotten better, and I'm excited to do it again. In between the last comic I've done and now, I've done more schooling. I've worked a job doing art every day, so I'm a bit more comfortable with my skill set.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm a bit better read also. I tried writing a story when I wasn't a big reader, which maybe wasn't the best plan.
Hey, you still learn a lot.
I think so. I think that just the act of doing it helps.
Mhm.
So it's definitely advisable for anyone interested in making this stuff to just really just go for it, and then you'll learn what you need to learn later on.
That is very true advice. And it's hard, but because I know for me, I'm a bit of a planning freak, and I want all my ducks in a row before I, take on a risk. But you hear it from a lot of artists, like it's true, like there is a certain level of it's good to, like know some things before you venture off into a huge project. But
Right.
yeah, at one point you just gotta dive in.
I think so.
Oh man.
Especially because the diving in part's gonna take the longest. Like, I know that I've made progress in the fact that I've got a script and that I've got concepts and stuff, but it's, the real battle pretty much begins now, in a way.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. It's really interesting hearing you talk, because I feel like I'm sort of in that similar place where I've been thumbnail, getting these characters ready, working on the story. I'm doing a combination of doing like a pretty thorough outline, but there's still like parts where it's like, well, we'll kind of figure it out as I get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Have a rough idea. But yeah, it's like this is a reason why I did this comic, is to practice the skills of making a comic and actually see what I liked and what I didn't like.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons it took so long, is because it wasn't until I was almost done with it, I suddenly realized what I wanted and the style I wanted. So I had to go back and redo a bunch of things. And
Yeah.
I think normally I really, like when I actually do my graphic novel, I got to tell myself I can't do that and make a deliberate decision, just keep moving. But here I allowed myself to do it because I realized, like, this is my learning grounds and figuring things out.
Yeah.
On a smaller scale.
No, I definitely agree. And probably finding a process is one of the best things you can do for any future project, because process, like, that's where speed comes from. A lot of people that you think are really fast are actually just like very methodical in the way that they go about doing their process. It's like watching those videos of just labor workers who have been doing the same job, like packing like pizza boxes or something, and then watching how fast they can do it. And it's like mesmerizing, because they've done this like rote functionality so often that their muscle memory is just way quicker at it. And of course, with art and creativity, there's certain things that might not be like muscle memory in terms of like the creative process, but there's also a lot that is, in terms of just the pure execution of, okay, I've got this idea for a drawing, and if I've done drawings enough, how do I go about sketching, gathering reference, inking it, coloring it, and the more and more you do it, the more you'll find like faster workarounds for stuff. So there's like that place for being very experimental to expand your ability to have a decent process. And then there's also the aspect of taking your process and then just refining it and getting a lot faster at that.
Yeah, that's very accurate. I like how you said that. It's nice because I haven't been doing a whole lot of coloring lately, and so even though I feel like I'm still not as fast as I'd like to be, it was cool to come back, like still realize I have developed certain processes and come back and be like, okay, how did I do this? Like, oh yeah, okay, these were the layers I made, and like this is sort of the step by step that I went through, and it seemed to work pretty well.
Yeah. And when you'll find that, like, even if you step away for a really long time, eventually, what am I trying to say? Even if you step away for a really long time and you come back and you feel like you're rusty, the time it will take to get back to being quick will be so
Mm,
so much like faster than you might expect. Like you'll feel completely out of shape, but
mm,
because you have all that stuff just like somewhere in your brain, you'll pick it back up really quickly.
yeah.
And oftentimes taking a break is also just like the best thing you can do.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You can learn you can learn a lot from just not doing it.
Yeah. And preventing burnout, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's do that. It's interesting to see certain people who are, like that's art is their life and that's all they do. And I mean, I know for me, I need that balance. I can't just do only this.
Hmm.
It's a creative energy.
It is, but it's fun.
Oh yeah. It's always it's fun when I'm on a break, like I haven't been doing this for a while, and we were catching up on some other things, and I just found myself like, oh, I can't wait to get back. And that's just a good feeling.
Yeah. Could not agree more. If there's any like reason why we do it, it's I like obviously there's expression, but I think there's a lot of meditation in art as well.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because I mean I love the weekend, and I need that. And as a self-employed artist, it helps having a husband who's also off from work. So he's like, come play with me, come hang out. So it's easy on my own to just keep working. And I can work myself to death at that point. But so over the years, I've been deliberate about preserving that time for rest and not working at art. But as Monday starts rolling around, I usually find myself like, I can't wait. It'll be so great. I can't wait to do art again.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, Ghost Cat, gotta go. Thanks for having me. 3 minutes ago. Thank you for joining, for hanging out. I'll hide that though. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you. Tobias doing the arts and a variety of functions is great.
Well, I think that this car is pretty much finished. Or it's finished for how much time I can give it today.
Yes. Oh, did you put a texture on top?
Yeah, I did a little bit of a screen tone type thing.
It. I love it. That's so
Thank
fun.
you.
Feels like the death pizza car. Like
Yeah.
you want pizza from it, but you probably shouldn't trust it.
Eat the pizza. Just eat it. What's wrong with it?
Kids, don't accept it from strangers. Especially from that. Yummy pizza.
What's wrong with the pizza? Yeah.
That's so fun. I love it. I love your designs.
Thanks. It was a fun drawing this time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to head out now. And
that's fine.
Yeah.
I got to wrap it up here too, because it's actually about around the time where I said I was going to bounce. I just making bread tonight, so preheated the oven. Now I got to go put it in the oven in 10 minutes. So
that's fantastic. Well, I hope you have a great time with your bread.
We will enjoy it. Enjoyed.
All right.
Rosemary. So thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun working.
Absolutely. I'll let you know when we do this again. And whoever's still in the chat, guys, thank you so much for coming, and have a great Friday and great weekend.
Peace out.
All right. See you, everyone. Bye.